Hello, this is my forest bathing video reflection. Let's get into it. So, nearly every time I would bring my dog and my rabbit Jack forest bathing, except for one time where I didn't bring Jack, but he was feeling a little under the weather. For my first time, I got everything ready. I wanted it to be pretty memorable, so I brought some tea, a little bit of snacks, some nuts, dried fruit, and went ahead and hiked about 15 minutes from my house to find a nice little spot. I'm very lucky to have my house essentially in the forest. From the spot that I was in, I could actually see FRC. So that was really interesting to have. While I was sitting down, I noticed some native birds, mountain jays, woodpeckers hitting on some wood later. And the grass was slightly wet because it had drizzled just a little bit. I ran my hands down some moss that had just opened up due to the rain versus the contrast of texture on the bark that it was on. One of my last times forest bathing, I unfortunately wasn't in town. I had just gotten done with traveling. So I was in a city, but my brother lived there, so he was willing and able to show me a nice little spot. We ended up driving down to a nice little hiking spot that he knew of. He took me to a little stream. We sat down kind of where no one was at, and I showed him how to forest bathe. That was really interesting. The change in scenery was very different, with a lot less trees being around. It was mostly grasses, which made me a little sad, but we were able to find some trees that we could sit under and around, so it was a nice little pocket overall. I found the whole forest bathing to be very relaxing. During this experience, I'd actually found out that essentially my whole life I'd been doing forest bathing without actually really knowing what it was. So it was really nice to find out it had a name. My takeaway from this whole experience is that the book that we read as a class, Forest Bathing, How the Trees Can Help You Find Health and Happiness, was in fact very accurate in its findings. I found that at the end of it, I was very relaxed. And if I was worried about schoolwork or work and anything really overall, I would find myself calmed down, relaxed, and ready to take it on. I really just enjoyed it overall. This really didn't change at all how I had already thought of nature and was already engaging in it. Again, I grew up in a household that really valued nature, so really it just confirmed my beliefs. This was a really nice book, and I enjoyed what I did. Thank you. Bye.